As a preface, I am not an expert in the given field. This is all evidence and research I found online, and I included the sources in the sources file. Do you remember your education when you were younger? Do you remember whenever you would read? Do you remember reading a favorite book or series? An even better question, have you been to a library? Those who have been lucky enough to access a library since childhood often have good memories. The idea of being able to select entertainment and knowledge, or both, in one room. You might be able to remember the smell, the feeling, or even its lasting effects it still has on you to this day. But when was the last time you visited a library? What did you see the library as? Did it help you in your formative years? And maybe, just maybe, you will be helping kids who are just like you, also receiving that library experience. Libraries throughout history have always been used as community hubs and centers for the purpose of giving society knowledge desperately needed. But what happens when this precious knowledge is being censored and kept by future generations? We currently face a time where libraries are being threatened, blocking precious education. It is important for us to guard it not only for future generations, but also for our rapidly growing and changing time and technological needs. In a census of libraries done by the NCS, the National Center of Education Statistics, in 1994, there were 8,921 public libraries reported in the U.S. and District of Columbia. In 2024, there were almost 5,000 public libraries are reported. Here, we see a significant decrease in the number of public libraries. There are a couple of reasons why this could be explained, but the main reason is due to funding that is impacted by a lack of participation in public libraries and general funding budget cuts from federal government. The ALA writes up anecdotal evidence of the effects of recent budget cuts have on public libraries. For one example, they write a small-town Nebraska library weighs cutting their general library services and program budget to ensure internet access if the federal E-rate program ends. The actual source is very interesting, so I will include it on screen. But the issue remains that some libraries are no longer able to serve regular services that they should be able to, having to focus on basic survival. This also means there are less libraries that serve the community, places where kids can learn and grow new material on their own. This helps kids cement strong positive memories normally associated with places like public libraries. And in turn, these positive memories can help kids associate learning with something fun. If anything, we can take an example from anyone who went to libraries as a kid, including you. What do you remember about the library? Do you remember the times you spent with your friends for hours on the computer in the library? Or do you remember those unlikely bonds you made because of your local library? It might not seem like the amount of public libraries decreasing might not matter, but it serves as great damage to children. This is mainly because of the innate benefits children receive from visiting these libraries. As written by Debbie Woodlife and the article Read to Them, they list 9 reasons as to why libraries assist in learning. The first is the free public access to a wide variety of books. How many times did you go to a library and gasp at awe at the sheer number of books they had in the library? Not only do libraries lack the general clickbait you see when you use the internet, but they also give children a choice in what they choose. When you were a kid and someone told you that you could take 2 books from the library, what would you do? Would you pick the first things that came to mind, or would you meticulously plan which books would be coming home with you that day? These innate workings of libraries teach kids more than just the books. They are also teaching decision-making at an early age. The second reason for why libraries are crucial is because of the environments libraries are founded on and those values. Libraries usually reflect a homey feel. with genuine space to move freely while also focusing on the quiet learning aspect. They reinforce quiet learning by creating a long-standing tradition of quiet learning and giving kids the opportunity to learn without feeling overwhelmed. At Gitnux, they ran a survey where they found that 25 to 40% of introverts exist worldwide. While this number isn't staggering, the children that fall under these introverted traits would be better suited to an environment like the library compared to a busy home life. Many kids must go home to chaos and have no time to reflect on school, or barely the quiet time or space to. The library environment, however, gives these kids the opportunity to learn in a better way that won't cost their parents gravely. In these ways, kids seek to strongly benefit from education, like you would have in the past too. Those times where you felt alone, tired, but had the passion to learn, the library was always there for you to lean on. But if the libraries go away, then what will be there to nurture those kids? In a way, helping the library does as much for the kids as it does for the community and society in general. So choose to help those libraries that aid in the pursuit of knowledge or just a better life in general. And these can be done in a multitude of ways. For example, you can help your local libraries receive funding from foundations or corporations to sustain their services. You can also attend local city council or library board meetings to influence those crucial decisions for your local libraries. An increasingly popular way to speak about these things is through raising awareness. Speaking on social media is an extremely effective way to deliver a message. But the most important thing to take away from this is to learn about things pertaining to the library and what the library needs. This is an extremely important decision to make those informed decisions to help your public library. An important thing is to keep yourself knowledgeable. And that is why the library is important for those people to learn and grow, especially children. By cutting away these things, we start to lack what makes us special as a species, our innate seeking of intelligence and our ability to rapidly grow. And as a result, those children lose out on exponential personal growth. And that is why it is extremely important to protect such a valuable resource such as the library. An even bigger question is, are you interested in contributing to education?